Yo, what's up everybody? My name's Leo and welcome to Liddy TV, and I'm gonna be explaining to you how I created a Django web app for e-commerce. Yeah, right now. Check it out. So here is the app that I had going on for me. Um, yeah, so this was my Django app that is actually being deployed right now. There is definitely still a few issues with the application, but for the most part, most aspects work except for when you try to do a few things like register breaks. If I submit the quote here, it'll break. But yeah, this is all created on Django, and then these products that are all here, these were imported via a CSV file. I'm trying to work on this website for my cousin. Yeah, so how I did all this was via Claude. So I started this a while ago, as you can see, 6 months ago. But I worked through Claude, and let's go back to one of the conversations we had a long time ago. Um, what was working on it a lot. There was an issue I had here where it was on this product page. It was displaying every single product. So you see how there's 8 colors, 11 colors, all these different sizes. They were all being displayed here, so I had to organize it accurately. That was before when I was just working on one one CSV, and here I'm working, yeah, here I'm working with one, and then on the deployed, not deployed, but semi-deployed app, I'm working with two CSVs. I'm probably going to be working with more, so definitely gonna have to work around that, but I'm content with how it looks. I'm content with a lot of the aspects of it. The reason I chose to use Django was I think Django's pretty cool. It has like a built-in admin space. There's a backend, and yeah, it's a little bit more complex. So I'm comfortable with Python. I wasn't an expert in Django. I'm not an expert in Python. I do enjoy Python scripting, and I do like programming as well, but I've always found Django complicated in terms that stuff doesn't always work how you want it to. So yeah, this is the app. I'm pretty content with it. Um, so some issues I faced, which I already touched on, would be these issues here where it would just display the same product. I had an issue importing the CSV, so I had to. I see. Look at all this. Look at all this work that was put into this. I had an issue uploading the CSVs, so I had to create a custom script to upload it and to fine tune the script to read the CSVs properly. But yeah, everything went good. So then once I got everything up and running, I was still having a few errors, so I chose to download Cursor finally, and Cursor helped a lot. And also it didn't help. Cursor was good for instead of like copying and pasting the code, it just edits right away. But some things Cursor would have issues with would be like, say you put a prompt here and Cursor would edit it, but then say it just does too many edits and things may break. And then you try to, like, after you've put a bunch of things into the agent, um, and it does all these things trying to solve the problem, and that problem doesn't get fixed, you can click something to go back to a checkpoint. A few times I tried to go back to a checkpoint, and it just didn't work. So that was kind of stressful, but for the most part, Cursor is good, and Claude is amazing. What I found to be the most helpful in terms of debugging issues that you're having, instead of like, say, copying and pasting a screenshot or copying and pasting a line of code, like actually go through the line of code or read that error message you get and try to interpret it in a different way to try to give the AI some feedback on how to solve that problem instead of just telling them to fix it. Because sometimes that'll work 100%. Other times it'll just go in loops and loops. And there have been times where I'd be stuck on a problem for an hour and the AI, or two or three or days, and the AI would just constantly give incorrect answers and make more random code and just to make it worse. So yeah, that's the one of my biggest recommendations is to try to go through the code and try to think of your own solutions and then tell it those solutions, and you'll realize a lot of the times your gut instinct is right and the AI will fix that accordingly, because sometimes the AI is just going wild. They're adding different things, and yeah, yeah, it's fun, that's for sure. But yeah, so I'm pretty content with this app. So it's one thing to run a Django app locally on your computer. It's another thing to get that deployed, which I found the most issues. So I have a Hostinger account. So Hostinger is a hosting website. So I tried to host via Hostinger. I get to the point where I'm doing a bunch of things trying to get this up and running. And then when I try to go install Python, I realize Python isn't really supported by Hostinger unless you upgrade to their other, what is it, another private server or something account. So I didn't want to go through Hostinger, and I heard having private servers or whatever is just not the greatest. Um, so then I tried to go with Heroku, and then trying to deploy on Heroku was a nightmare. Was not fun. Um, and yeah, so I was trying to follow. So I created this thing. I told Claude to make a Adobe application to like help me with a walkthrough of this, and this is awesome. Like it really helped me visualize the things that I need to do to get the app up and running, which is pretty cool. Like, I think this is amazing how Claude can make a beautifully looking PDF like this to help you guide yourself through the project, and then at the end of it, it gives you like a crazy, oh, where is it? Right here, it gives you a crazy like checklist to make sure everything is running properly, like pre-deployment tasks, like run this before you deploy. For those that don't know what deploy means, that just means like, um, say you have a website on your local computer and you want to put it on a website, like a web server, so everybody can view it. These are the steps to do that. And back to my main point, Heroku was a nightmare. I wasn't getting any solutions. I looked at a few Reddit posts, and I guess Django is difficult to deploy for some reason. So yeah, Heroku wasn't working, Hostinger wasn't working. But then I found this AI, another AI, that this was amazing. Replit. It really solved a lot of the issues I was having, and yeah, it was unreal. It took all my. It's kind of like Cursor. It'll edit codes for you. It will do a majority of the things that Cursor will do, but it'll also help you deploy that app, which is amazing. And yeah, so this is Relit, which is really lit. No pun intended. And yeah, everything went really well there. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited with this app that I developed here, or not developed, that Claude helped me develop. Where is it now? Oh no, I lost it in the chaos. Well, it doesn't matter because I can just click. Where is it? I can click here and then just click there, and then we can get back to the app. So this isn't fully deployed, but it's still on their Replit server. And then if I want, I can change the settings to make to give it its own domain, but I have to fully deploy it yet. And because I was saying with the few issues that I'm having, I don't want to fully deploy it until I solve those issues. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty impressed with this application I developed. Um, and yeah, it was pretty fun. Definitely need to fix a few things here, like the register doesn't work. No register doesn't work. The quote request doesn't really work. Um, like, yeah, just yeah. I'm really excited. I'm happy about everything. So just wanted to give an update on what I'm working on and how amazing Claude it really is. You can do a lot with it, that's for sure. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to cover today. Yeah, okay, thanks for watching. Peace out. Have a nice day.